Hey guys, I have been looking up, down, left and right all over this server, and I have come to the conclusion that there's no gold farm. There's no gold farm because nobody's selling any gold. So if nobody's selling any gold and there's no gold farm, I know what that means that we need to do today. That's right, you guessed it. We're going to make a gold farm. We're going to make an easy gold farm, a simple one. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I have been working all day collecting all the materials, and I don't think we have enough, but I think we have enough to get started, and then I can collect more materials as we go along. So let's go take a look at all the stuff. But before we do that, guys, there are links in the description down below. This is an SMP after all, and SMPs mean you're not playing alone. There are a bunch of really amazing content creators on this server with some amazing builds and other amazing content that frankly you're probably just missing out on. So you should go down into the description down below to find all of their channels, check them out, drop them a subscription if you would for me, please. And there's also a link for Discord. If you want to join us on the Discord, you can actually chat with each and every one of us there along with other members of this wonderful amazing community. So in these 3 shulker boxes, I have been working away, toiling away even, to collect all the materials I think we're going to need, and that included trading with our villagers. We got a couple of villagers who have been zombified over and over again to give us sweet deals to get us some name tags, and we are going to attempt to build the gold farm that Iskal recently built in one of his episodes of Hermitcraft. It's the easy one where all the guys are just going to come in and harm themselves to unlife with entity cramming. No, I haven't confirmed if entity cramming is still a thing on here, but I'm assuming they said everything's very vanilla, so why would they change entity cramming if it's going to be super vanilla, right? In the last episode, we worked on this amazing tower for the castle, and while I, at this point in time, don't believe we'll be working on the castle today because there's a lot of other really neat stuff going on the server right now, I have gone ahead and included a new feature into this tower that wasn't here last time, and hopefully we can get up here. I've had to install some ladders which weren't a part of my original design, but that's just so we could easily get up here because I tend to fail to get up here with one rocket. But you can hear it. I have included our first nether portal. We have already been to the nether, but this is my first nether portal. This is the first one I've made, and I haven't tested this since reassembling the other nether portals that were connecting that I didn't want them to connect. So cross our claws that this still connects properly. Oh yeah, it's super loud, super loud. But if you build a portal high enough up in the world, it will connect to portals above bedrock now. So that's absolutely fantastic. We of course found a spot underneath and used the old ender pearl trick and threw like 22 ender pearls before I finally got the correct positioning. You gotta line it up just right before you throw that ender pearl. It took me like 22 tries, but we're finally up here, got the portal, it's all set up. So now we are going to build our gold farm above the nether. You see, I don't know if this server is ever going to update to 1.16. I imagine it probably will because, well, I know that some of the members have plans to use some of the new blocks, so that implies that they will. But this nether hub, we don't want to lose that. There's no way that they're going to reset the entirety of the nether, maybe other chunks, but certainly not where the nether hub is. So we're going to build it directly above the nether hub. So if they do reset chunks, well, we're betting that they won't be resetting these ones. Would you look at that? Totally confirmed. I was helping Puffing Fish the other day move a villager around, and we were just having some casual conversation, as one does, and I mentioned that I was thinking about building a gold farm, and he recommended to me that we use magma blocks for the donut. You can see here we have our foundation set up. It's pretty straightforward. We got the killing chamber with a bunch of mine carts, yeah, for the entity cramming. This totally works. I've pushed one in. It totally unalives them, which is great. Let's see if we'll go in there. You gonna go in there, buddy? Can we show the audience? You want to show the audience? Yeah? Oh, there we go. I have my mob sounds turned off because they're really annoying. Yeah, look at that. And of course, they'll drop XP when they're aggro. They're not aggro right now, otherwise we'd be having major issues. But we got the collection system. It's going down to some chests that are already down there, little platform, and things seem to be set up. But Puffing Fish mentioned that pigmen will spawn on magma blocks. I did not know that they could do that. And that's total proof right there. Those guys are definitely spawning out there. But you know what else will spawn on magma blocks? Zombie piglins. The updated version of these guys will still spawn out there. You know what won't spawn on them? Normal piglins. So this is a future-proof version of the farm if you replace the platform, which admittedly is a little annoying because it does burn you if you're not holding shift while you're placing blocks. So you gotta, I mean, you'll be holding shift anyway the whole time. But how cool is that? We are essentially building a future-proofed gold farm directly above the Nether hub. So this thing will not only survive any update, but it'll be functional. Cross your fingers. Seriously, cross your fingers. It'll be functional through the update. So we'll be able to keep using this thing time and time again. Very excited about that. Thank you so much, Puffing Fish. By the way, guys, all the links, just another reminder, all the links to all the creators, they're in the description down below, along with the Discord. You should definitely join the Discord. There's a ton of chatting going on there every day. Those peeps are super active and the community seems really awesome. And if you're not a part of it, you definitely should be. I may have overcrafted all these cobblestone slabs, thinking we're going to need a lot more. Ooh, yeah, okay. Well, guys, obviously, if you don't know, you always build the top donut first, the prevention donut. Unless you're going to use glass, because you can use glass in strips to prevent like gas spawns and stuff, then you need to, do that top layer as you're making the second to top layer. But, this way, now we can build up that ring, and we have no fear of ghasts spawning in and attacking us while we're working, because obviously this top ring is completely spawn proof. And while the farm is running, nothing's going to be able to spawn on that inner platform because they'll be too close to a player, so we won't have problems with Enderman either. So hopefully that Enderman doesn't snag anything important while we're working. But yeah, we got 3 more layers to go, and I will probably need to take a break and go collect more magma blocks because I only have a shulker box and a half's worth, which I'm sure is not going to be entirely enough. And then Blonde Skunk invited me to his llama pen here, where he revealed that he captured a polar bear. Only one polar bear can exist here. So of course we had to fight to the death. Okay, with that fight over with that other polar bear, we are set up. I am a little nervous about one tiny thing, but you can see right over there, the magma blocks are already working. These are going to pretty much get rid of any zombies, but any zombies that do manage to make it to the glass in time before dying to the magma blocks, they will walk up to the edge of this thing. They will lose sight of us because, well, they won't be able to see us. This is basically what they would be seeing. And then they will lock onto the iron golems and they will pathfind right off, and so the zombies will be completely filtered out. The pigmen will pathfind into there because of the way their pathfinding works, and you can see way out there on a non-magma block, there is a pigman there. There's one in that corner, and then one in the other 2 corners. They are all named, so they will not despawn. They are there to maintain the aggro, so if other members of the SMP come into the nether, obviously we're going to have spawn rate issues, and then they would lose their aggro, and that's a problem. But those guys will remember. So as soon as the nether is cleared of other players, we'll start getting spawns again, and these guys will be like, hey, you know who's a punk? That Wintertooth over there, you should go take care of him. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, and then they'll walk over here, and then the farm will start working again. I haven't tested this. I'm very nervous. You can tell by the tab screen, right next to my name, there's a 0. That's how many deaths on the server I have had. I've had none so far, and all I have to do is punch one of these guys, and either the farm works, or they'll attack me. They'll find a way in, but I'm pretty sure we're fine, so I'm just gonna... I'm so nervous! Okay, it's gonna get real loud and annoying, I'm sure. Okay. See, there's a zombie. See, he's lost sight of me. And he's working his way over there. Perfect. And he falls off. Beautiful. This is coming through. We're getting experience. We can be repairing our tools while we're waiting. We'll take this off because this has got mending on it. And look at that. Somebody's in the nether. Somebody is in the nether. So now we'll just I'll just wait. I won't do anything. We're just gonna sit here and wait. Alright, KB's in the nether. I've asked him if he would kindly leave the nether for just a moment to test this. So we're still standing here. You see, we still have no spawns. And so there they are. Now, here's the... Oh! There we go. They're angry. It totally works. So we can definitely AFK here, and we'll have no issues with other players being in the nether, because this thing will just restart. Let them know that the farm's working like a charm, and he has done us a great service on this day. So yeah, now we can AFK. We can get all the gold. I'm gonna create a little filter system down below, because obviously we're gonna get a bunch of swords, and well, swords are garbage. So I guess I'll try to figure out a way for these guys to de-aggro. Yeah, I gotta get them to de-aggro from me, so we can work on it safely. I didn't think that part through. So this is just a guess, but they seem to have stopped being aggro at the moment, and I think it's because we've broken line of sight with the angry pigmen. So as long as we are out of their sight, we should be fine. And pigmen, last I checked, have a cooldown period of about 2 minutes. I think it's a little less than that. So if we just wait here for just about 2 minutes, 3 minutes to be safe, we should be able to guarantee that those guys are no longer grumpy at us, and then we can safely go about putting on a filter on this and creating a system so we don't, get clogged up with all these swords. Oh look, pigman head. I didn't know we can get pigman heads from this. Nice. Alright, we have a basic item filter in place, and we also have our dispenser, or dropper rather, set up here, so any excess such as swords should end up in there and then get auto filtered out. I think this is how it's supposed to work. I haven't tested it, so I guess we'll find out. But the first 4 hoppers are set up for golden nuggets. The 5th one is for ingots, and the last one is for pigman heads, because I'd like to keep those. So we're going to... I've dumped all my stuff off into my extra shulker boxes down here. I'm going to take all of these swords and rotten flesh out, toss them over the side, and then we're going to see if we can get this farm to go for a little AFK session. What do you say, 1 hour? Yes, mob sounds are turned off because these guys are highly annoying, so you're welcome. I've been here for 58 minutes, and there's one of 2 things that are probably happening. You can see we're at 102 levels, so it is working. These guys are going, but I did have to re-aggro them, which, like I said, is one of 2 things. Either somebody was in the nether for a long enough time that we had a very long cooldown, or I need to add roughly 4 more, not golems, but the zombies hiding behind the golems on the north, south, east, west directions, because it's possible that maybe those guys' aggro cry isn't reaching some of the spawns in the middle, and that is causing issues. But as you can tell right now, somebody's definitely in the nether now. Oh my goodness. getting pretty much no spawns. But let's go look at all of our gold. So again, it's hard to say with any confidence because either the farm stopped working about halfway through or somebody was in the nether for an extended period of time. But still, 1 hour, 34 gold blocks, and some change isn't too bad. Actually, that's pretty good. I'm going to have to double check with the other members of the server and find out exactly when the server does its resets in the middle of the night and see if it's possible for me to figure out a good timing to pop onto the server just after the server resets and then do an extended AFK here, hopefully in the middle of the night. So we'll see. I'll probably won't get it during this episode, but we'll definitely have an update for you guys regarding an overnight AFK ASAP. But before we do any sort of overnight AFKs, I have been toiling away with our villagers, and we got our librarians down here, but upstairs we now have all 5 villagers, 3 of which are zombified, revivified, and ready to go. So we got our weaponsmith, and he's doing the diamond axe and the diamond sword. They're not that great, but they only cost 1 emerald for the diamonds that they're worth. And then of course using this we can disenchant them. And same with this guy, he's selling the shovel and the pickaxe, which is progressively getting more and more expensive again, so we're gonna have to zombify him one more time. And then of course we have this guy who's selling all the diamond armor. So we do the same thing for all of it because it's all mostly just garbage, and we disenchant it. And then in these 2 shulker boxes, you can see I have been working away at getting all of this gear, and it's all disenchanted. And I'm sure you probably know what the next step is. So we of course have our collection chamber for all the gold. And now we have a brand new enchanting room down here. So we of course will place in our shulker boxes up top. That way, they can open and whatnot. And then we'll get our lapis out of here and store it in this guy. And we'll just start unloading everything in here. And now we'll have our own little enchanting room for anybody who wants to effectively get a bunch of really good gear really cheap. And of course by anyone, I mean me. Just me. This guy right here who built it. Me. Winter. And with this grindstone in place, we are all ready to go to start enchanting some stuff. Basically, we're just going to grab all the boots, and with all the levels we've acquired, we can craft all this down, and then it's just, just enchant them to the best of our ability. And I'm pretty sure, see this protection 3, protection 2, protection 1, they're all going to be that until you click on one of them. So you basically just got to go through and start enchanting them. And then whatever we don't like, we can turn around and we can slap it on the grindstone, take the enchantment off, and try again. Look at that. We got 2 not so great ones. And then what else do we get? Protection 4 is pretty good. Blast protection's okay. This one's good. It's got Unbreaking and Depth Strider. That's definitely probably one worth considering keeping and merging later. Don't really care for the blast protection, to be totally honest. Protection 4, Depth Strider 3, that's another really good one. So we could come over here. And of course we'll get levels back doing this. Not a ton, but definitely some. Let's get rid of the protection 4. And then we can come back in here and we can just keep going until we get everything that we're looking for. Oh, that's a really good one. Look at that. Even better than this one. And then when we get to this point where, protection 4 is good, depth strider 3 is good, and breaking 3 is good, but, I'd really like some feather falling. We could come in here and check to see what these are, and if we don't have the feather falling, we can just select the level 1, knowing we're going to just disenchant it anyway. And we can continue through like this, saving ourselves some levels in the search for better enchantments. So, through and through, I am quite pleased with this new system, and I'm excited to get to AFK here. Hopefully we'll get way more levels than just slightly over 100, and then we can get all of our diamond tools really quickly. It's good to be in the overworld again. It's so much brighter here. I like that. But we did it. We got a lot. We got a lot done. Ready? First of all, gold. Yeah. Here we go. Gold. And this is about as little, okay, take that out. All this gold is how much gold we got during all the AFKing we did today, which was probably close to 2, maybe 2.5 hours worth, because I was collecting levels to enchant stuff. And speaking of enchanting stuff, you may have noticed we do have a diamond sword now. Popsicle has officially made his way to the AfterLife SMP server, but we also have Winter's Visage, Winter's Fury, Winter's Stride, and Winter's Approach. We do have our full armor. I'm super excited about it, but as you guys know, poor Winter's Fury, it never gets worn. I wish Mojang would do something about letting us have our armor on and the wings at the same time. The poor Fury, it doesn't get to do anything. It just sits in our chest, just waiting to maybe be used someday, but probably not ever. But oh boy, look how good I look. I deserve to be in diamonds all the time. The only things that aren't quite done is the bow. We don't have the bow, and of course, Frostbite is missing Smite 5, and Jay isn't selling Smite books. He's selling books that go on weapons like swords and whatnot, but there's no Smite, and that's the last thing we're missing before we can name our Frostbite. And yeah, that's a little sad. And as we pointed out at the beginning of the video, there is no shop here selling gold. That's new. I haven't seen that before. What is that? What is it? Is this a terraforming? It's got to be a terraforming shop. I'm gonna check that out in just a moment. But there's no shop here selling gold. There's no shop selling experience, as far as I know. I mean, maybe that guardian thing, maybe that sells experience of some sort. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna open up a shop, and not today, obviously. We're definitely running out of time. But we're gonna open up a shop, and that shop is going to sell passes to use the gold farm for XP. And then I'm thinking we'll sell premium passes where you can have also gain access to the enchanting area, so peeps can do all their enchanting down there with the levels, and they don't have to travel great distances just to do that. And we got us what is that, a blonde? Is that a blonde skunk? I think it's a blonde skunk right there. Yeah, look at him. Nope, that's not a blonde skunk. Is that an ash? That's an ash. Haha, I can tell by his ashy flesh. Sure looks delicious. This polar bear's hungry. 30 seconds of being a stalker later. But guys, that is about it for today's episode. Do not fret. I think this video is going out Friday or Saturday morning, one of the two. And well, either that means there's a stream day starting tomorrow, stream weekend starting tomorrow, or stream weekend starting right now while you're watching my video. It's already started. You should be watching it. It's over on Twitch. There should be details on the screen in front of you right now. And I will be streaming as well on Saturday or today, or possibly tomorrow. Today, tomorrow. I don't know what day this is going up. I think probably Saturday morning. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't, share it to friends, hit that notification bell. Seriously, 92.9% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed, and that means you're wrong. I don't know how it feels to be wrong, because I'm always right, but you're wrong, and you should hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.